Yes guys, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video. The sun is shining, the clouds are out, it's raining and it's windy, so all seasons in one Monday afternoon. But it's okay, because we won at the weekend. 4-0 to Newcastle against Spurs. It happened again, Newcastle smashed Spurs at St James's Park. 12:30 kickoff, beat West Ham in the 12:30, beat Spurs in the 12:30. Maybe we should play 12:30 games for the rest of this season. Hopefully, we will take that European spot. It's looking all right at the minute. I won't jinx it, but very happy with the start of the week, and hopefully we can power through. But something else that's going on off the pitch that I thought I'd jump on and play a little bit devil's advocate maybe, and actually talk this through a little bit further. So it's reported, heavily reported, that Adidas is on its way back. It won't be NTL. It will be Seller, but the Newcastle are bringing Adidas back to St James's Park. When the new owners came in, everyone had their lists out. Eddie Howe had his lists of transfers. We had our lists of what we want to happen this upcoming season. Move Shearer's statue to where it should be. Change it back to Shearer's bar. Give us some new tellies in the concourse. Get Adidas back as a sponsor. And the new owners, as they have with many things, have done as they're told. Not just because the fans asked for it, because they also want to make a bit of money out of it as well. Reports are that the kit is set to be released early June, which I think makes sense. That's, just after my birthday. Normally I get the kit, the new top for me birthday, or at least I used to when I was younger. I still ask for it every year now, don't worry. But the idea is that Adidas will be coming out early June. Newcastle are set to build a temporary club shop to sell it from over the road. Exciting stuff. Mike Ashley. It's reported that basically Mike Ashley has tried to, and look, it's still early. I don't think it's over yet, but early indications say that Mike Ashley has basically lost his appeal to not being able to sell the new Newcastle shirt. I think it's really easy for us to all turn around and laugh and go, ha. And I totally agree that the first thing I saw that in my opinion, I keep trying to say that as well throughout this, that Ashley's trying to say, well, I want to sell them, and Newcastle going, well, no, you can't. I think that's spot on, to be honest. That was my initial reaction. Spot on. Mike Ashley should not be allowed to sell this shirt. It should be Newcastle United. It's their shirt. They do what they want. They sell it for what they want. And we go and buy it. And there's loads of angles on this, so try and, let me know what you think about it down below, because at the end of the day, I didn't buy a shirt from Newcastle or Sports Direct. Don't go on Sports Direct, or I haven't for a while now. I didn't buy the shirts from Newcastle. You know me, I love to collect my tops. I hadn't bought one since I think the 125-year anniversary shirt. I made an exception for that to go and buy it, but for years I didn't buy one, and it was all about, didn't want to support the Mike Ashley regime personally. Now I'm desperate to get in the club shop and spend all my money on all the shirts. But what's happened is that yes, it's exciting that Adidas are coming out. It's bit of an FU to Ashley. No, you can't sell them. But what's also whirling around in the background, and as far as I can tell, is it's not just that it's Mike Ashley, you can't do it. It's the fact that Newcastle are setting up a system where it'll be Newcastle selling the shirts, and if I'm not mistaken, a JD exclusive. So you will only be able to go out and buy shirts from certain retailers. Again, if you want to go and support the club and only spend money in the club shop, then big up you, and that's fantastic. However, and this is me having a bit of fun as my devil's advocate today, is that a lot of people for quite a long time would go and buy their shirts from other places. They would go to, what's the one in town? Is it like Fitness Pro or something? People would go to Sports Direct because it was cheaper. So Fitness Pro, Sports Direct, online retailers, like you could buy Newcastle tops anywhere. And what that does is that it allows different price points. Newcastle, like historically, really, buying the actual top from the club shop is generally the most expensive place to go and buy it. Because that's the club selling it themselves and trying to obviously get the most revenue. Quite often, if you did go to Sports Direct, or if you did go to Fitness Pro or Northeast Fitness, you would actually get it for a tenner cheaper. So quite often people would go somewhere else. in a time where we very recently had the price increases on season tickets and pricing going on this and pricing going on that, I agree that Mike Ashley, the idea that Mike Ashley's getting shut down and told, no, you stay away from our product, you're not selling it, in a total personal view of that keep him away is great. And I think it's what the fans want to hear, and it's exciting that it's, having a bit of a, F you back. But actually, and it's, because it's becoming this Newcastle exclusive, the chances are a lot of people who probably don't want to pay 80, because how much is Adidas going to charge? 85 quid is probably going to be one of the most expensive shirts we've had in a long time, and for good reason. Newcastle fans are excited, and the shop in Newcastle, and if you are spending that £85, it's going directly into the club, exactly where you want it. But on the flip side, I think people who have got, mum, dad, son, daughter, everybody wants a shirt, and you can go down to Pro Fitness down the road and buy them for £10 each less. People would use that opportunity to do so. So it's an interesting take, and what it's also doing is kind of, for me personally, and I mentioned this last year, I actually don't necessarily go out, although I do ask, as I say, if I get it for my birthday, then spot on. But if I don't necessarily run out and rush to buy the shirts. I think this time round, I think a lot of people will, because it's the brand new Adidas for the first time ever. But I think what I often do is just try and hold off and then wait until the Christmas, because then it's halved in price. But I just thought it was an interesting avenue to discuss, because of that fact that at the minute things are expensive, and yes, it is a bit of an FU, and yes, it is probably what the fans want to hear, that we're not allowing them to sell the tops, and I don't want them to. I'm not going to go to Sports Direct. I'm not going to buy them. I will either buy it from the club. I'm going to buy it from the club shop. Well, you're going to have to, because there's nowhere else to go. But I think it's also an interesting thing to remember that although it's Sports Direct, it sounds like it's everybody else. And is the club kind of monopolising their own shirt sales going to actually lead to more expensive shirts for all the fans, because there isn't anywhere to go and buy it? If Newcastle turn around and go, well, look, we're going to sell them for 120 quid, and you can't buy them anywhere else. You can buy them from JD, we've done a deal with them lot, but you can't buy it from anywhere else. That I would like to hope that's a route that Newcastle won't go down, but we've already seen price increases on other stuff. I think this will be the most expensive shirt Newcastle have ever sold. And to celebrate the fact that you can't actually buy it from other retailers that may well have been cheaper for fans who can't afford what's normally an inflated price at the club shop is interesting. But And that's the thing. If the headline of this story wasn't Mike Ashley sees a big twos up for not being able to sell the shirt, compared to local Newcastle retailer Northeast Fitness have been told they can't sell the shirts because Newcastle only want to sell them themselves, then it starts to be a little bit different. So you let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know your thoughts on that one. I agree. Like, look, if the headline is Mike Ashley's base, or in my opinion, the thought of Mike Ashley being told to F off is great, because that's what you want to hear. But I also think that there's some element to it which points to, actually increased prices on all of the Newcastle kits, because Newcastle have no fear to put it at whatever price they want. Because you can't go down the road and buy it at Sports Direct. You can't go down the road and buy it somewhere else. So we'll just put it on for 95 quid. Yeah? And obviously we won't know until it happens. But I think it will be one of the most expensive. I think a lot of people will go out and buy it. I think it will be a very exciting time with Adidas back and all of the shirts in the world. I think it'll be actually, if anything, hard to not go out and spend your bloody month's wages on all the new shirts, trying to hold yourself back on what I'm sure is going to probably be a black and white home shirt, but I cannot wait to see what the away ones are. Maroon and blue, anyone? Yeah, I mean, the whole town will be wearing one of them. And with that reason, this is why Newcastle want to make sure that they are the ones profiting for all the money. So in that sense of things, all of it's going to the place where you want it. That's where you want your money to go. But I think to not have a market balance, which actually Newcastle go, oh God, well, they're selling it for 50. We really can't be selling it for 100, because then people would choose to, people will always want to buy it from the club to sell the club. But when the disparity on price gets too high, people will look elsewhere. But when there's nowhere else to go, Newcastle can just do whatever the hell they want. Interesting. Let me know your thoughts on that one down below. Thank you for, or am I just talking absolute a load of rubbish, and maybe everybody actually wants to just buy it from the club and spend all the money there, you know? Let me know your thoughts on that one down below. Thank you for watching. A brain teaser to start your week. Thank you for watching, guys. Loads of videos coming up as always. Plenty to talk about. Let me know your thoughts on that one down in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later.